Hey there, so today we're going to check out the wonderful world of timelines. And what a wonderful world it is. No, but seriously, welcome back to the latest installment in a series of unfortunate timelines. Today we will be going over the timeline for that umbrella guy. For those of you who don't know him, his real name is Matthew Lewis. Before anyone complains that I said his real name, it's common fucking knowledge at this point. Stop crying. This video is huge. We have encouragement of suicide, sexting, dick pics, the releasing of dick pics, never before seen leaked DMs of top I Stand With Vic YouTubers, and so much more. But before we get into it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Our timeline starts on March 5th, 2019. On this day, Mary Lola Pando Kubar at Escape42 post Renfamous's docs on Twitter. Please keep that in mind as we move forward because that will come up again. We then move forward to April 9th, 2019. On this date, Tug posted this video, and holy shit, this is the most misleading title I've ever seen. Renfamous rewarded for attacking Vic Mignogna. Nowhere in this video does it ever show any instance of that. This isn't me standing up for Renfamous. If you don't like Renfamous, that's fine. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. Personally, I'm not a fan myself, but don't support a lie just because it's about someone you don't like. One thing this video does is show just how much disdain Tug has for Renfamous. It's basically a video about his hate boner for her. That's it. There's nothing this video does that's productive. He just rants about Renfamous. Keep this in mind moving forward. Just a couple days later, on April 11th, 2019, popular YouTuber YellowFlash makes this tweet. Hearing from someone disgusted with Renfamous that her and a few others were in a Google Hangout last night plotting to take down Tug's Indiegogo and purposely attacking his child to get him heated. They believed that this would damage his Indiegogo and create refunds. I actually like YellowFlash a lot, but in this tweet he claims he's hearing Renfamous was in a Google Hangouts the night before plotting to take down Tug's Indiegogo. I want to believe him, but I'm going to need to see some evidence on this. I know instantly people are going to disagree, but we don't get to pick and choose when people do and don't need evidence, especially when accusing someone of doing something on this scale. Until I see some credible proof, I'm pressing X. Chrissy then responds to this and says it's a lie. Until someone proves it's true, then on principle, I have to side with Chrissy. Everyone in I Stand With Vic should. Evidence over personal feelings. Chrissy and Chuck Adams go back and forth for a while. I need to note that Chrissy does not attack Tug's kid. Chuck then shows a screenshot from Lola claiming that Tug and her are not married and they do not have kids. She then says that Chrissy fell for a troll. Chrissy rejects this notion that it's a troll, but don't worry, we'll solve this mystery soon enough. We end up with the most ironic tweet from someone who has zero awareness. He says, "Yeah, but you stand on the side of someone willing to dox people. Not a good look." What a genius fucking guy. Lastly on this date, we have Renfamous's response to YellowFlash's claim. She quote tweets him and she says, "Complete and utter bullshit, LMAO. More lies cooked up by assholes to earn pity bucks on Indiegogo." Someone responds to Renfamous, and I don't know what the fuck this is. It's her Twitter, and they put some forum website on here. Was this supposed to look like her Twitter page? Who did this? Renfamous then responds that those are 10-year-old comments meant to look like they were posted on Twitter. Meant to clearly don't look like that though. This genius guy then says, "Pretty sure that image is to show that those comments are associated with you, rather than making it look like it's from your Twitter. Also, just because it was a decade ago doesn't change the fact that you said what you said. Your past actions don't magically disappear." So apparently this has nothing to do with YellowFlash's claims. It's all to let her know that her words have consequences. How dare she make a joke that someone's kid looks like a frog a decade ago? Get the fucking pitchforks out. Then one day later, on April 12th, 2019, Tug posts a video on YouTube about Renfamous and Chrissy. He says in this video, quote, "This is someone trying to target my children through someone else." And that's in regards to this photo in his YouTube video that you can see on screen. And that's not what Chrissy's saying at all. That's one hell of a claim to make. He also says that Chrissy has been going after them for months, but he doesn't prove it. Now let's take a listen to this part of the video.
Theory. You see Renfamous here talking about doxing talking about going after people, saying, you need to be careful about who you confide in, or else I'll dox you. Interesting things that come up.
So I actually have a video that I put together. This is a video in a video. It's Videoception. And let's just go ahead and take a look. So what you're seeing is Tug quote tweeting an account that goes by Bess Meyerson 215, and their @ is Tabby199668. This is the archive of that tweet that you just saw previously. What happens when I press on the link of the tweet that Tug is quote tweeting? It takes you to the actual tweet. And now the account goes by 42 Voracious Cult Mob 69. The @ is WowC19. Now what happens when I look up Mary Lola Panda Kubar, the account that we previously posted Ren for Mrs. Docs, at EscapePan42. I actually found, as you can see, the @ of Best912156. But what happens when we click on that? Oh, it takes us to that tweet, but it's actually now changed their name to @WowC19. How fucking interesting. Now we're looking up the tweets of an account that goes by @LolaMeets187. Some weird fucking sexting going on there that I put on the screen. And we find that it links back to @WowC19. It's fucking crazy how many times this person has changed their @ but all the @ lead back to WowC19. So they're all WowC19. They're all fucking WowC19, okay? And lastly, I found a Twitter archive of EscapePan42. Let's go ahead and check out what this means. I copied the link that the archive was made from. Now let's put it in there, and surprise, surprise, it is @WowC19. But as you can see, that at the bottom here that's coming up is the same tweet from the archive. And if you want proof that that's all Ashley Lewis, Matthew Lewis's wife, or Tug Lewis's wife, there it is. That's an archive of a link she posted back in, I believe it showed 2014. And this is what that link takes you to, a Glide account. I don't know what the fuck Glide is. I guess it's for video talking or just chatting. But that's Ashley Lewis. That's what it leads back to. You gotta give it to Tug for having the balls to not only have his wife run ops for him by pretending to be a woman named Lola and doxing Ren. That's not even the most fucked up part. Tug thinks you're so dumb that you won't even read what's on screen. He misquotes what she's saying in her tweets to make it sound like Ren is coming at this person because they disagree, when it's clear to see Ren says that she isn't doing anything that Ashley Lewis didn't do to her already. Fair is fair. Tug makes it sound like Ren went after this woman to get to Tug and attack his child because he launched an Indiegogo. Think about it. What part of that makes any sense? Nothing shown in the video supports this, and Tug thinks you're so dumb you won't even read Ren's tweet and what it actually says. It was never about Tug, his daughter, or the Indiegogo. It was about March 5th, 2019, when Tug's wife doxed Renfamous. Later that night, Yellow Flash Tug, along with Senpai's Home, did a live stream. Let's take a listen to this clip.
Ren's been talking about these threats that she's gotten all day, and I'm like wondering, should I care? I mean, I could really care less if she Minecraft herself. I think the world would be a better place, to be honest. So I don't know who she's trying to appeal to with those. I'm just
that nasty, salty. Just imagine all the explicits that would come up. I'm trying to hold all of that back there. But yeah, 2 days of encouraging people to go after a 5-year-old kid. 2 days of it, and to made somebody quit Twitter during that because they were afraid that they're going to go in and try to attack their children to get to me. So yeah, great person. I don't give a fuck how people react to you anymore. I don't give a fuck. I have no empathy. None. It is all out.
Shit. She's the worst, man. So
It's times like this when I wonder, is this bullying? Luckily, I have this wonderful pamphlet written by the always professional Matthew Lewis, and yeah, it's definitely bullying. Not that I care about bullying, however, I'm curious why they think the world would be a better place if Ren Minecrafted herself. Tug says he doesn't give a fuck, and that's clear. Tug gives no fucks. He'll run ops on you, dox you, then make it sound like you attacked his kid. He don't give a fuck about telling his audience the truth. On April 26, 2019, Tug posted this video claiming Vic Mignogna's GoFundMe is being attacked. 2 days later, on April 28, 2019, Tug continues to make the claim that the GoFundMe is under attack, and Emish disagrees. Let's read the tweet. So people that A, flag accounts down for sport because opinions, B, deplatform anything they don't like, C, can be harmed by Vic's GoFundMe as it grows, would D, leave it alone because reasons. Emish says, I'd argue against this, not on Twitter though, unless you know something I don't, to refresh the idea of a GoFundMe being under attack because Nick is suspended from one platform doesn't change the status of the GoFundMe. We've all carried the torch through him. Wanna talk about it? We move forward just 1 day after Emish and Tug's disagreement on the GoFundMe. What I'm about to show you are the DMs of Emish and Hirohei. These DMs prove that Tug came up with the lie that Vic Mignogna's GoFundMe was under attack in private, then publicly went forward with that lie. These DMs read as follows. Emish says, money isn't important, I get that, but if a GoFundMe can rack up $146,000 out of being honest, why lie and get people angry so they can keep donating? Then use Vic and standing for due process as a shield to justify that mindset. No thanks. Hirohei responds, I don't necessarily agree with Tug's move entirely, but if that was bugging you, why not DM him about it or something? Though I don't know if you have, to be fair. Emish responds, if it doesn't matter if that's the narrative you want to publicize, he already made his move public. I simply disagreed. Videos, live streams, fine man, that's your business. But now when I go correcting people without mentioning what he said in private, keep that in mind, without mentioning what he said in private, and then y'all paint me out to be the aggressor, where do we go from there exactly? Then despite them painting that kind of picture, they still push the GoFundMe bullshit? Nick comes on and debunks it, and now everyone's quiet? There's nothing to DM. Instead of us two simply having a civil disagreement, he adds on to Ghost Shell's tweet, then subtweets me on his own. So I said, okay, let's talk about it. No response. And again, proceeds to saying whatever behind closed doors. I don't have time to DM people like that. Nobody should. Hirohei says, well, to clarify, I meant DM Tug when he made that post in the DMs, I guess, like before Ghost started talking about it. Emish then says, no, Tug already started his campaign for that. Hirohei, I guess my position is I think Ghost overreacted and I was very surprised for them to act like that. Emish then made vids and streams. Yeah, but you see why they overreact. They believe one voice over another. Like it's fine, I'm cool with people being like that, but don't ever misrepresent me. I don't back down from that. Hirohei, do you think there is a chance you... Hirohei says, do you think there's a chance everyone handled this a bit poorly? Emish says, I didn't, and I'm gonna firmly stick to it. They got people believing a lie for money. Simple as that. Hirohei, you don't think you should have handled any of that a bit more privately? Emish, nope. They made it public, I disagreed, and didn't attack anyone. Up until Ghost decided to play victim. Hirohei, to be fair, I guess the same can be said for Tug. Emish, paint me in a thread with Ren and company? Hirohei, when he responded, he could have DM'd you about it, I suppose. Emish, well, I have it on good word he's said a few things to people. That's the problem. Hirohei, him saying a few things to people, him being Tug or Ghost? Or people as in people. Bottom line is, this is where we are at. I don't speak unless I have a good idea of what I'm talking about. They fluffed the GoFundMe shit, made it public. I publicly disagreed, as I always do. Nothing has changed. If you can't take it, don't dish it out. I'm not here to lie to or for anyone. When you get supporters to believe the wrong thing, it divides everyone. You're smart enough to know that. Same goes to you. I don't care that you streamed. But all what we're talking about right now could have been talked about yesterday, and then maybe you could have streamed. At least that way you could have represented me a little better, instead of just being confused for the most part. But yeah, man, I don't have hard feelings towards anyone. Point is, this is where we all are. I'll be fine. Hirohei says, I suppose, but I think on the other hand, it's also a bit unfair to have your side, but not Ghost. So I was hoping to get some ideas from my community and then contact two of you with their ideas. Emish says, that's fine, just say. Those aren't the only DMs we have. We've got DMs between Senpai's home, link in the description to his channel, go subscribe, and that umbrella guy. These DMs spanned between April 29th through the 1st of May. They read as follows. At the top, Senpai links a stream of Hirohei's to Tug, and Tug says, LOL, what the fuck? Senpai says, yep, apparently he has a video on this dropping by tonight. Not sure if it's centered around this or if he's going to expand on this. As of now on the stream, he's only talking about Zen, Emish, and you for like a minute. Mostly looked over two of your tweets. Now focus is back on Emish. The consensus is that Emish is too aggressive, it seems. Are you going to be streaming today? Tug says, yeah, already got a thing up for 5. I missed your Emish thing, but yeah, he went overboard. Looks like everything is settled now. Are you going to be addressing it, though? I have a feeling people might end up asking. Tug says, I'll mention that internet drama is stupid. I'll be diplomatic. If you look, Emish isn't uploading. He's gonna be as bad as them, I bet. And there's no context to, who them are. I assumed Kick Vic, but let's continue. Sen says, isn't it a good thing that he's not uploading, though? That way people will forget about it faster. Tug, it is, but it also shows something's off. Sen, what do you think is... Sen's fucking terrible writing. What do you think is worst case scenario? Tug says, they turn on you and leak everything they've seen. Sen says, that would be pretty fucked. Tug says, assume the worst, someone will do it. That's why I do my trust shared groups, etc. He has already shown he will dump DMs too. He's done it a few times to Kick Vic. And Sen says, he's dumped our DMs to Kick Vic? Shit, that's low. That just further baffles me as to why I was excluded from your group DMs, but he wasn't. Tug says, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he's dumped DMs before. It's not my group DM. I don't control it. I don't use it. After the mess with SG Sammy, I don't go near them. Yellow Flash set that one, and second went up. I don't know who put it up, but I didn't want any part. Sen says, okay, that makes sense. Sorry, misread. Honestly, that just kind of builds my dislike for that person even more. It feels like I got roped in with his stupidity. Unless Yellow Flash doesn't like me, which wouldn't bother me, but having a solid blunt answer would be a lot better, you know? Tug says, I don't know, Yellow Flash would be very clear if he didn't like you, and he hasn't said that. It could have been Ricada, RGE, I don't know. It's defunct though, as in, I can't even find it currently because no one uses it. Sen says, I see. Good, then I appreciate that kind of honesty, whether it's good or bad. Tug says, it's cool, man. If it were important, I'd add you in, but there's no shared area now. Then we move on to May 1st, and Sen sends Tug a link to Emish's tweet that says money, and Sen says, that's an interesting reply, and Tug says, I told you, he's the realist. Sen, Tug, I'm staying out of it all, and you, LOL, you don't have to be nice. Sen says, I don't mind, Emish, I just thought that was an indirect shot at you, to be honest. And Tug says, It's jealousy that will turn to apathy. I've already scrubbed him out of any combined social circle. Now that's fucking hilarious. Emish went overboard, according to Tug, for telling the truth about the GoFundMe not being under attack. Don't worry, Tug's already scrubbed him from any combined social circles. Thanks, Tug. We'd all hate for that awful Emish to hit us with real facts. But what's this? We have the DMs of Tug and Emish just 2 days later on May 3rd, 2019. Let's go ahead and take a read. Tug, yo, I'm trying to put a fork into the idea that us disagreeing on the GoFundMe in a public statement equals every damn public statement on bizarre conspiracy shit and not pushing it equaling something about you. Hence me sharing something publicly today. Emish says the GoFundMe was about me though. I was the only one on our side who openly disagreed with that assessment. Then there's your response to Ghost Shell Zen trying to out me as some cancer within I Stand With Vic. Then the follow-up tweet of your own on which I responded to and got no response from you afterwards. I don't mind the shade and disagreement, but when we both know what's going on and one side acts like they don't in public, that paints a nasty picture. I also don't appreciate people labeling me as a purist because I base everything off the original point of view we were founded on, which is facts over everything. Speculate all you want. When you assert that speculation as a fact and get people to spread that message, that also creates a divide in the sense of who do we listen to? Tug said this, Emish said that, and just used to keep people emotional about this stuff. I don't disagree with your style of critique. Hell, I've even done videos supporting you. But to view me as a problem simply because I call things straight is weird. I'll just leave it at that. Tug says, Jesus Christ, this is a long one. I'm typing quickly, so hopefully ideas win out. You should reread my stuff to Ghost Zen. The first message was commenting on something that was a fight, apparently, but I didn't realize was a fight. I don't know if you ever do that, respond to something of an idea. The GoFundMe is in peril without seeing... Without seeing the Emish and Ghost Zen are fighting. 5 minutes later, I post another thing under it to drag myself out, and because it's turned into something online tiff I know fuck all about or want to be involved in, honestly. Any line drawn like that only ends up dividing, and honestly, I'm not in the mood for fighting over what will be semantics. It always ends up lose-lose, so I go about my day going and playing with my daughter. If I recall correctly, I don't recall the day exactly. Later at night, I'm drinking and arguing with someone else, and they talk about the GoFundMe. Furthest thing from my mind is this mess that went on between you and Ghost. I posted it in the 1, 2, 3, 4 post and forgot about it, trolling and whatnot. I noticed sometime much later, sober and sleep added, you responded because of someone liking it. I didn't respond because with the gap, I figured, nah, don't comment, blah, 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 blah. During that time, a bunch of drama whores hit me up about Emish to saying, you know what that guy is saying, and for a hot minute, that annoys me because I've dealt with that before. Comicsgate was that in a nutshell. You trust people and pay for it, but being calmer and seeing the gay ops lately, I don't think that's you. I think people want middle school with adults and want us to hate each other, and they love chaos. This morning on my day off, I say, fuck it, say something public. Draw a line that says this guy can think what he wants. I don't care you disagree with me either. That's why I'm saying it openly. I don't have an issue with you. I didn't want to start shit with you. It's a series of stupid... Oh, Jesus Christ. It's a series of stupid things with people putting a little spice on it, seeding distrust. It's bitch made not to just hit you up, so I am putting this version of stupid to be. Also, I left shared rooms and on during this time because I don't trust them. I'll be honest in that I left most Discord groups, shared DMs, and am DMing folks because it always ends up being drama, but I value your opinion. So I am hitting you up this way because if I don't, well, it becomes what it has become without meaning for it to. That's long. Man, yeah, Jesus Christ, that's fucking long. Man, sorry, I am just hurry typing. Now, I do worry. I don't give a fuck about Ghost Shell Zen. I fucking love good old Tug. He's trying to put a fork into the things people are saying about Emish. How? I don't know, probably by scrubbing him from any combined social circles. that's gonna be it for part 1 of this video. If you couldn't believe what you heard in part 1, well, it doesn't even compare to what's in store for Tug's timeline in part 2. Part 2 will be released tomorrow. In the meantime, make sure to share this video. Go ahead and also like, subscribe, and...
So I want to end by saying leave your comments here. I agree or disagree. You do whatever. I'm curious about this.